We are at the Harmony Grove Village Water Reclamation Plant, and what we do here is we take sewage from the community and we turn it into reclaimed water. My name is Sean Coughlin, and I am the operations manager here at the Harmony Grove Village Water Reclamation Plant. This facility serves the Harmony Grove Village community, and all of the wastewater that comes from the homes and other buildings comes over here, and we treat it with a biological process, and it turns it into reclaimed water that could be used for irrigation for the parks and green belts around here. Any water that is disposed of from the house goes down the sewer lines. It goes to a pump station that we operate down the street, and then that wastewater is then used to feed the process. And there's little tiny microorganisms, we call them the bugs. They take out all of the bad bacteria. It goes through a filtration process and it goes straight to the parks and all of the irrigation. When I say bugs at a water reclamation plant, they really are bugs. They are microorganisms. Some of them are amoeba. There are rotifers. There are water bears. There are a ton of different actual bugs. You cannot see them with your bare eyes, but we do have a microscope. Occasionally I will take a sample, count which bugs are in there, which bugs are missing. That's usually a pretty good indicator of how well the system is working. And when I see the good bugs, it's great. When we don't see them, or if we see the bad bugs, we know it's time to make a change, and then I'll make a process change, and then we'll go from there. This area is where the microorganisms are living, breathing, and this is where a majority of the bacteria is broken down and turned into cleaner water. The bubbling you see, it has a couple of different functions. Part of it is to aerate or add oxygen into the system for the bugs to survive. And the other aspect of it is to keep things mixed, because if it's not mixed consistently, then it doesn't get full treatment. Well, at this part of the process, you're not smelling anything that smells like typical sewage, because at this point, it is a majority the microorganisms. And at this stage are no longer sewage. They are more of an organic biological process. It really does keep the odors down, and all of the bad odors from before have pretty much dissolved into the system. Well, here we are at the disinfection portion of the process, and this is where we basically inject sodium hypochlorite, which is bleach, and that just kills any other remaining organisms or any other bacteria that might still be remaining after the process. The importance of this part of the process at a water reclamation plant is huge, because this is actually where we do make sure that the water is clean enough to be discharged out into the community. At this stage, we are near the end of the process. After we have tested the water to make sure that it is clear, make sure that it has been disinfected, it will go through a pump, and then it will go into the system, which will then go to the parks and the other green belts in the area. Well, the area behind me is called the solids handling area, and what we do here is we take the solids, microorganisms, the bugs. Once they have gone through their life cycle and they're done, we pump them over to here, and it goes through a centrifuge machine. And what the centrifuge does is it separates the liquid from the solids, and it creates what we call cake. And the cake falls into the bin behind me, and then it is shipped away, and it's done. The main thing the Rincon customers should know is that this facility does create clean and safe water for the community, and it is here to protect the health of the community and also the environment.